How are you today?
Fine.
Good.
Ms. Gallant, you're 18?
Yes.
It says here in the papers that I reviewed that you needed a part-time job for some prom or graduation expenses.
Yes, a prom dress.
And that the defendant here offered you a job.
Yes.
And that he was offering a lot more than the job.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you were forced to quit because of his sexual harassment.
Yes.
And tell me when the sexual harassment started.
Well, I was looking for my first job, and I couldn't afford a prom dress, and so I was looking for a job or anything that would give me some extra money. And I met Charles, the defendant, on April 12th. He offered me a job to prepare this food that was going to be sold to give people a taste test of what would be in the restaurant that was opening next door. Well, he ended up hiring me. The fourth day is when it happened. He said hello to me and he opened the side door of the mini mart, and as soon as I came in, he locked it behind me. It made me feel very uncomfortable. So then he told me to grab a Coke out of the freezer and pull up a chair, which I did. He started staring at me for 5 minutes, pausing and staring. I said, you know what? And he's like, oh, I'm just admiring. And then he started talking about his wife, how she has chronic bronchitis, and now he hasn't been with her for...
A little slower.
And how he hasn't been with her for 3 months.
What do you mean he hasn't been with her for 3 months? What did
Well,
he say?
He didn't say sexually, but he said, I have not been with my wife for 3 months. So I figured that's what it was. Then he started talking about I have such beautiful, clear, green eyes, and I have this spirit about me that's just so alive.
How close to you was he sitting?
I'd say about as far as now. Okay. And just staring at me and stuff of that sort. And then he told me to pull up my chair towards him. You know, I agreed. I was really scared out of my mind. He's a big man, and he started massaging my shoulders. And he started whispering in my ear, you know, like, he's like, tell me, are you feeling uncomfortable, you know? And I was like, yes, you know. And he was like, just kept massaging my shoulders and stuff, and he's all, don't, and he started whispering in my ear. And he's all, don't worry, baby, I'll make you feel good, and started like blowing in a sort of way. Then he started taking off my shoes. And
why would he take off your shoes? Did he say anything when he was taking, as to why he was taking off your shoes?
No, he just started taking off my shoes. And I just started putting them back on. And so, and he's all, are you sure this is not making you feel uncomfortable? I said, yes, it is, I'd rather work. So I got up and I went into the back kitchen area and I started like washing dishes and stuff. And he went into another room, and then he came back in the room and he said to me, he's all, Carrie, do you know what I'm trying to get at? Well, I'll be straight up with you, baby. I want to turn you every way but loose. And I'm sorry. After that was over, you know, he's all, well, keep this confidential. And I was like, okay. And he's all, no, everybody's business ain't nobody's business. And then he's all, well, and then like, but he tried to make me look stupid, as in a way like, oh, I'm not talking about like I want to turn you every way but loose. I'm talking about your job performance and how I don't want to lose you. And I knew what he meant, you know. Some man doesn't make a comment like that. And after that, he just said, you know, I said, well, can I go? And he said yes. And so then he said, well, I'll see you tomorrow at work. Like, I mean, it made me physically sick. I had nightmares for a week. And it's just basically it.
Your Honor, this is totally incorrect. I hired the young lady. She came to me, her and her boyfriend, and she was seeking employment.
Let's get to the evening when you called her and asked her if she could work.
Okay, when this incident supposedly occurred. Right. She came in and we worked until about 7 o'clock. We go inside, I'm right there beside her cleaning. So I had just finished tearing everything down. I was tired and that, and so I said, excuse me, I'm gonna take a break for a moment. I said, I'm going to sit down. I walked from here to around the counter, and I sat there for a few moments, and I says, well, you about ready to go home? She says, yeah, as soon as I finish the dishes here.